Hello and welcome back to The Past Preserved. In today's video we will explore the story behind the tomb of King Tutankhamun. King Tutankhamun, often called King Tut, was just 9 years old when he became the ruler of Egypt. This happened during a period known as the 18th dynasty of the New Kingdom, which took place from 1332 to 1323 BCE. King Tut's father, Akhenaten, had tried to change the religious beliefs of the country. He aimed to have Egyptians worship a single god, the sun god known as Aten, rather than the 2,000 gods that people had believed in for centuries. After Akhenaten passed away, young King Tut took the throne. He worked to fix old temples and had new statues made for the gods, restoring religious practices to their traditional ways. He even changed his name. His original name was Tutankhaten, with the last two letters honoring the sun god, but he became Tutankhamun upon becoming king. As a ruler, King Tut likely took part in religious ceremonies, enjoyed festivals, went on hunting trips, learned horseback riding and chariot driving, and received military training. However, King Tut's reign was brief. He died around the age of 19. Experts are uncertain about the exact cause of his death, considering possibilities like a chariot accident, a mosquito-borne illness, a bone disease, or a combination of these factors. Since King Tut had no children, his advisor succeeded him on the throne. In contrast to the typical grand tombs of that era, King Tut's mummified body was placed in a relatively small tomb within the Valley of the Kings, a hilly area used as a burial site for pharaohs over a span of approximately 500 years. The hurried nature of King Tut's burial is indicated by patches of mold on tomb paintings, suggesting that the paint hadn't fully dried before the tomb was sealed. Following King Tut's time, succeeding pharaohs wanted to erase the memory of Akhenaten and anyone associated with him, including King Tut. They removed their names from lists of kings and destroyed statues in their honor. Over time, King Tut's legacy faded. 150 years later, the tomb of Ramses VI was built nearly directly over King Tut's, and his existence was largely forgotten. Over the years, other archaeologists working in the Valley of the Kings found small objects bearing King Tut's name, yet his tomb and mummy remained undiscovered. British archaeologist Howard Carter believed that King Tut's tomb was still waiting to be found. Howard Carter and a wealthy British man named Lord Carnarvon began searching for the tomb, meticulously excavating the sand down to bedrock in each area they had previously explored, ensuring nothing was missed. Carnarvon was close to giving up, but Carter persuaded him to give it one more shot. After 3 days of their latest search, the team uncovered what appeared to be a buried step. This led them to discover more steps and a doorway bearing the name Tutankhamun. Though most tombs in the valley had been looted in ancient times, the explorers were amazed to find a nearly untouched tomb when they peered inside through a small opening. Carter and his team spent over 2 months carefully removing and cataloging the more than 600 items in the first chamber, referred to as the antechamber. There was some disorder due to previous attempts by looters to steal valuable items. Fortunately, ancient guards intervened before significant losses occurred. Following that, Carter entered the burial chamber. The room contained a large golden shrine that took up much of the space. Within this shrine were 3 additional shrines, a stone sarcophagus, 3 golden coffins, and finally, the mummy of King Tutankhamun. Carter then explored a room called the Treasury, which contained a smaller shrine holding King Tut's organs that had been removed during mummification. The room appeared to be guarded by a statue of Anubis, the god associated with mummification and the afterlife. Finally, the team cleared out the annex, which contained over 2,000 items. Carter spent nearly a decade carefully extracting more than 5,000 objects from the tomb. The discovery and excavation captivated people worldwide, who followed Carter's work through newspapers and radio broadcasts. However, there was an intriguing twist to the story. Just 6 months after the tomb's opening, Carter's financial supporter, Lord Carnarvon, passed away from an infected mosquito bite. Additionally, when Carter gifted an item from the tomb to a friend, the friend's house experienced a fire, followed by reconstruction and subsequent flooding. Some interpreted these events as consequences for disturbing King Tut's tomb, yet Carter himself lived for another 17 years. Today, King Tut's tomb stands as the most well-preserved royal Egyptian tomb ever found. It provides historians with vital insights into the ancient culture of Egypt. Despite efforts by later pharaohs to erase his memory, King Tut remains one of the most famous ancient rulers in history. And that wraps up our adventure through King Tutankhamun's world on the past preserved. Remember, the past is full of wonders waiting to be explored.